Hi everybody. Okay. So, fair warning. I watched a lot of movies last night. So you'll be getting a lot of content today, but I'm starting with Bradley Cooper. Now, I did not know this until I watched his inside the actor studio with James Lipton. But he was a student there, and as far as my knowledge, he got bit parts to begin with, like supporting roles. I've seen him I saw him in a little television movie called Reality of Love. He played opposite of Jason Priestley from 90210 fame. Okay. And then he was in Silver Linings Playbook, and he's just not that into you. And the biggest role I would say he has is this most recent one is in A Star is Born. Now, full disclosure, I did not watch the first one, the original, before I watched this one. Also, fair warning that you might need some time to digest the movie, because if you're not emotionally ready, you shouldn't watch this movie. Now, it's a good movie. I'm not saying that, but there are themes that might trigger some people. So, fair warning. Okay. So, it stars. Oh, and by the way, Bradley Cooper stars, directed, and produced this movie. So, he was really involved in it. Okay, it stars Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga as the main characters. Okay, she doesn't really want to be a star, I would say, but she has talent in like writing. She can write good songs, and she I think she wants to perform, but I don't think she wants to be a star. Whereas he always wanted to be a star, and he is, but he's kind of, I don't know, older, like more established, and he doesn't want to do the thing that comes with fame, the having to deal with the press and the shows every night, and that kind of thing. And so they meet each other, and she he can tell she knows music, so he falls in love with the way she sees music. Apparently, somebody told him down the line that music is what you can do with 12 notes and a chorus. And every artist shows you how they see music. So he loves how she sees music. Um, you know, Obviously they fall in love, and but I would say it's gradual because she's just looking for like what she's gonna do next. She's focused more on her career and what she's gonna do, and he's not looking for love at all. Um, but they have an emotional connection, and they actually get married in a really quickie ceremony kind of thing. And he makes her ring out of like ties or something. Like a guy would know what I'm talking about, but like the fishing line ties, and he fashions a ring out of it, and they get married the same day because they get the preacher, and then here's the problem. Um, First of all, he's an alcoholic, and second of all, he has tinnitus, which means he can't really hear that well anymore because of like I guess being around music so long, you get to where you can't really hear because you've been exposed to loud music the whole time. I'm guessing. Um, so, but his older friend, who is kind of, they play music together, but it was kind of confusing because at one point they had some argument, and he says, I don't want to be your errand boy anymore. So I don't know what that's about. And then also in the same fight, Bradley Cooper says that I didn't want to be, I took your voice because you didn't have anything to say. So that's kind of harsh words. And then afterwards, when he's not drunk anymore, he apologizes for what he said because he says I didn't mean it. Okay, so then let's see what else is going on. Okay, so then after that, it just becomes like, is he gonna be drunk or not all the time? And the most embarrassing moment I would say for both of them are the when she's nominated for a Grammy, for like 3 Grammys, and she wins for Best New Artist, and he goes on stage with her, which he almost falls down, and like he's gonna go on stage, but he doesn't make it, and then he staggers on stage, and then when she's making her acceptance speech, he pees on his leg on stage. He pees through his pants on his leg on stage. So, one of the final scenes they have is that he apologizes for embarrassing her like that. And she says, "You're not an embarrassment to me." But she feels guilty because, uh, well, okay, spoiler alert, I guess. He dies. I'm not going to talk about the manner in which he dies because it might trigger people, but he dies. Okay. And so she has to pick up the pieces. But the thing is, she is mad at herself because, well, A, she feels guilt and that she could have done something, but also she feels bad because the last thing she ever said to him was a lie, because she told him that she didn't want to be on tour anymore and she was going to stay the whole summer with him. But the reality is that she tried to get him on tour with her, but they told her no. And then the last thing that somebody said to him was, I, I see big things for her, Allie, but it's spelled like ally, Ally. Okay, so then he says, her manager or something, I guess, says, I see big things for her, but I don't want you to ruin it, and I want her as far away from you as possible. And I guess that triggered him, and then what happens? Okay, so then after that, like I said, she has to deal with it, and she feels guilty because of what she said, and she didn't want that to be the last words they ever spoke. So there's that. There's a lot. Like I said, you have to be emotionally and mentally ready to watch this because on the surface it seems like, oh great, a love story, and it is, but it's deeper than that, and it's really deep. And I enjoyed it, but like I wasn't prepared, and I'm glad it took me 2 sittings to watch it because I just wasn't prepared for it. But that means that Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga and everybody did a great job acting because I really felt it was real. So kudos. All right, bye guys.